In question 3 in the review, we have to do a little bit of adaptation here. Notice that we still have an x squared term and an x term, so we definitely are going to need to probably use the quadratic formula here. However, the equation is not in the correct form. Before you can use the quadratic formula, it's critical that one side of your equation is equal to 0. I'm going to do that here by minusing 2 from each side. That'll move everything over to the left-hand side. Now that you're here, we can go ahead and identify our values for a, b, and c, and now we can use the quadratic formula. My a, since there's no number written in front, is assumed to be a 1. B in this case is -5, and c is a -2, now that everything is correctly written in on the right sides of the equation. Again, we go back to our quadratic formula. I'll write it in general over here. And I'm just going to go through and put my numbers in. So in this case, it's going to be -5 plus or minus the square root of -5 squared minus 4 times 1 times -2, all divided by 2 times 1. Now I need to simplify each of my 3 sections here in order to try to get my solution. So -5 gives me a +5 there, plus or minus the square root of. Now I need to figure out what's inside the square root. I type it just the way I see it. Make sure your -5 is in parentheses squared minus 4 times 1 times -2, which gives me a 33 inside my square root. Oop. And then all of that is going to be divided by 2 times 1, which is just 2. At this point, I need to double check to see if there's any simplification that I can do. First, we look inside the radical. The number 33, if you break it down into its prime factors, has no pairs, so I cannot simplify the square root. And because there's a plus or minus here, I can't do any canceling with that too. Not that anything goes into it anyway. And that's my final solution.